翼。
Hello and welcome to Hyuga Tsubasa. Weiss is back with you guys this time, and congratulations to K-Lab and to you guys for an outstanding 3-year anniversary. Today we'll be talking about the Japanese part, which is Tsubasa Ozora, Hyuga Kojiro, and Hyuga Aoi. Hyuga! Tsubasa Ozora, Sublime Football Kid, is a skill-tapped Japanese attacking midfielder wearing the New Japan national team jersey and is classified as a rising sun Japanese player. Put that in mind. Tsubasa comes in with only 3 hidden abilities and 2 of which are new, so let's take a look at them. Bond, all player 2.5% if you play 3 or more agility type non-Japanese players. Keep that in mind. Tsubasa can be thrown into any team that meets these requirements to provide the 2.5% buff. With that said, this benefits the skill-tapped Japanese team the most since it's a must to start Roberto and Away run. We are expecting more combinations of bonds to be released during the course of this campaign. Pressure, -5% to stats when your opponent selects the next command after you win at matchup. Do note that this debuff only applies to the player Tsubasa beat in a matchup, and it can't be reduced by stat handicap resistance. If Tsubasa wins a multi-matchup, all defending players that are involved in the multi-matchup will all be debuffed. Lastly, stat handicap resistance 1% reduction for debuff for the entire team regardless of type and region. Now his skill set. His team skill is a new type of Super Solidarity for skill type Japanese players, granting 20% to all stats and needing only 5 skill type Japanese players instead of the usual 8. Needless to say, the new team skill is going to create a huge gap between teams with and without this. In terms of total power, we are expecting the rest of the pieces to come during the anniversary campaign. His passive, Full Body Stand, grants a massive boost to his special skill force at a maximum of 30%. This makes Tsubasa extremely deadly when his stamina pool is above 80% threshold. Tsubasa's main skill is S Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger, capped at 490 momentum and requires 500 stamina to execute. Do note this is a no distance decay shot that can be blown away up to 2 players in the path and requires Hyuga. His other S rank skill is Snowboard Dribble, capped at 475 momentum and costs 245 stamina. This is by far his best dribble and most importantly not his main skill, so it can be moved to other versions of Tsubasa if you want it. Lastly, a Golden Duo capped at 340 momentum, requiring 365 stamina. Now Tsubasa has most of his stats around the 6k range, except his speed at 5.7k and his shot above the rest at 7.6k. This means Tsubasa excels in every aspect when taking his access to multiple skills and passives into consideration. Furthermore, he comes with a huge stamina pool of 1.2k, which plays very well with the character design. For his limit break, we recommend a 25 shot, speed power, 21 pass, and 4 technique. This will maximize his scoring potential and at the same time improves his much needed mobility and option to break through defenses. We do feel that Tsubasa is designed to score, so we don't encourage a utility build, even though he has what it takes to become a utility player. With our recommended limit break, his in-match shot parameters will reach 12.5k, volley and header at 14k. His best shot, being Flash Rider shot, can hit a staggering 85.3k force, Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger at 79.6k, and Ultimate Skydive shot at 96k. For his other offensive options, Golden Duo can hit 67.3k force, and Snowboard Dribble at 62.2k. All figures are calculated with his passive at maximum of 30%, so they will be weaker as Tsubasa's stamina pool depletes. Now for his skill build, replace a Golden Duo with S version or Student Teacher Duo depending on your lineup. Round up his build with Ultimate Skydive shot and Supernatural 2-stage aerial overhead kick for a truly deadly scoring weapon. We feel that Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger should suffice despite the lower momentum when compared with Flash Rider Shot, as Tsubasa can attack from range. Final thoughts, skilled Japanese teams got a really versatile Tsubasa from this banner, but in the process they have lost the shield from the old Junior Youth version, if you choose to play the Rising Sun. Now, skilled Japanese teams will have issues similar to the agility type Japanese teams, having to field a different player to get more debuff reduction. This iteration of Tsubasa is dependent on full body stamp to score, and due to his position, most likely you will need to use him like the Super Dream Fest or Catalina Tsubasa, relying on full power to break through defenses and shoot. Kojiro Hyuga, world-renowned striker, is a Japanese agility type forward playing for the All Japan Rising Sun Japanese team. Hyuga is equipped with 3 hidden abilities: Bomb 2.5% to all stats for the entire team if you play 3 non-Japanese toughness type players. Tenacity can use a special skill with normal force if stamina is 1 or higher. It ties really well with his passive, which we will look at on the next slide. Finally, stat handicap resistance 1% reduction to debuff for your entire team. For his skill set, like Tsubasa, his team skill grants 20% to all stats for all players on his team, as long as you have 5 agility type Japanese players on the field. Unlike Tsubasa, his passive skill is Attack on the Scene of the Fire, granting him maximum of 20% bonus to all of his special stats skill force, and his stamina pool falls in below 20% threshold. That works really well with his hidden ability Tenacity, as it ensures it is possible to get the maximum boost. However, this passive is not as straightforward compared with the full body stand, as Hyuga needs to constantly be involved in depleting his stamina to gain that maximum force. His main skill is the same as Tsubasa, is Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger. It has the same effect and requirements, so we are not going to elaborate more. His sub-skills are A Tiger Dribble, capped at 295 momentum, and All Japan Gym Combo, capped at 320 momentum. Both are the best A-rank skills Hyuga has access to in their respective field. Now for his stats, Hyuga mostly prominent stats in his shot at 8.5k, supported by a 7k power. The rest of his stats are mostly above the 6.5k range. However, he is not particularly fast with 5.7k speed. His stamina pool is at 11.1k, which may work against his passive. For his limit break, we recommend a regular scoring option build that is going for 25 shot, speed, power, 21 pass, and force technique. This will improve his scoring chances when his passive is active and supplement his mobility. For his parameters, his in-match parameters with our suggested limit break pushes his shot to 13.5k, his dribble and tackle in the 10k range, and pass at almost 11k. Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger only hit a mere 66.5k, and Storm Resurrection at 67.8k, without his passive active. So we are certain that Hyuga is unlikely to score early in the game. However, he improves as the game progresses with a possibility of getting the full 20% bonus, which results in a huge difference. Super Speed Kickback Cannon Tiger hits 79.8k and Stormy hits 81.4k with full passive. For his skill build with his passive in mind, we recommend switching all his A default skills to S versions, depending on your axis. Finish his build with Storm Resurrection and S Fierce Tiger Tackle, so that he can offer some resistance and deplete some stamina by throwing an S Tackle at your opponent when matched up. Just a reminder that it is now possible to get S Fierce Tackle and S Tiger Dribble from the shop via Dreamball Exchange and regular metal shops. There are plenty of ways to build Hyuga to your taste, since he has an excellent choice of skills, so throwing multiple S skills is not a bad idea to go with. Just make sure to deplete all your stamina so you can have the full passive active. Final thoughts. He is very similar to Dreamfist Schneider 2.0, so people who have used Schneider will have a better understanding on how to utilize his passive best. Use the most stamina consuming move, for example S1-2, and then shoot. Also, never be shy out of using defensive skills with him, if not to take the ball and then just lose some stamina. Since Hyuga comes in build with tenacity, he can reach his maximum potential easier without needing anyone, unlike middle school Nita. Hyuga Aoi, Opportunistic Approach, is a toughness type Japanese player playing for the All Japanese Rising Sun national team. He can be played either a defensive or attacking midfielder. Aoi is the only character that comes in with 5 hidden abilities among his Japanese counterparts. Bond 2.5% to all stats for the entire team with at least 3 skill type non-Japanese players. Remember that. Stat handicap resistance 1% reduction for debuff on his team. Brace yourself, here comes the most toxic combination of hidden abilities. Insight Master stat 30% if you guess correctly in a matchup. Skill block 60% chance of blocking a special skill in a matchup. If you put those two hidden abilities together, Aoi becomes quite unbeatable in a matchup. If the skill block does not proc, then Aoi gets beaten up in a matchup. He recovers almost immediately with his recover, decreasing stun time by 80%. Caleb loves Aoi, man. For his skill set, Aoi comes in with a new skill as well, as Super Solidarity. All stat 20% as long as there are 5 or more toughness type Japanese players. His passive, Auto Intercept Enhance at 100% is not new and insanely potent coupled with his recover hidden abilities. Oh my god. Imagine him and Izawa coming together. That's insane. His main skill, Dropkick Pass, capped at 465 momentum that requires 270 stamina, is the best S rank pass available for him. Both his sub skills are A rank 80 degrees feint capped at 325 momentum requiring 220 stamina, and Bob and Weave Intercept 320 requiring 300 stamina. For his stats, look at Aoi's decent speed and impressive tech tree. His stat allocation dictates his role. He is overall better with his pass, intercept, and technique, all surpassing 7k. He also comes in with a sizable stamina amount of 1.27k. Now for his limit break, we recommend a utility build going with 16 dribble, tackle, 18 speed, 17 pass, intercept, and 16 technique. Having Insight Master and Special Skill Block in mind, this is probably the only way you will need to build him. His in-match parameters look above average with our suggested limit break. Both dribble and tackle are above 11k, pass and intercept above 12k, and at this point, S Dropkick Pass it at 58.7k force, S Bob Weave and Intercept at 55.4k, Right Angle Whirlwind Feint and Fireball Press both above 50k. These figures surge with Insight Master activated, applied an additional 30% bonus. Aoi is most definitely going to win at matchup with above mentioned skills when Insight Master is activated. For his skill build, we recommend removing all of his 8 default skills, replacing them with S Right Angle Whirlwind Feint and S Bob and Weave Intercept. Finish his build with a Fireball Press and either A Bob Weave Intercept Extreme or A All Japan's Golden Duo Turio. The additional A Interception and 1-2 helps Aoi so he doesn't get choked up by his opponent's special skill block. S skills are preferred to eliminate the chances of Aoi getting bullied by defensive players with extremely lopsided stat and skills. Final thoughts, Caleb's prodigal son returns once again and he might be considered the best player out of all the new anniversary players. He has one of the best and most suffocating combination of hidden abilities and passive in the game. His base speed is also the highest among all new players, and along with 100% auto intercept and recover, his hidden abilities are match made in heaven. Pretty much World Cup Aoi shenanigans all over again. Your best bet against him is to keep away from him. Now we reached the end of part 1 of this analysis with the Japanese banner. Be expected to have the next chapter with the non-Japanese banner for this anniversary. Now final thoughts about the whole banner and the whole idea of these new bonds and skill sets. Personally, I love them so much because if you think about it, every year Caleb brings in a new thing. First year, they brought in hidden abilities. Second year, Super Solidarity. Now, Super Solidarity with less players and more with a bond, which means that it is actually finally time to build your own dream team, mixing both non-Japanese and Japanese players. So we are slowly reaching the dream team part. I love how you can actually now build so many different teams. I've made a Twitter post asking people to show me their teams, and the amount of combinations I've seen are just fantastically go well together. So it's time to eliminate the meta for one color, one nationality, and come in with different colors, different nationalities, different ideas, different skill sets. So all of that works very well in creating the most innovative team and actually reaching the dream team part. So expect every year with anniversary we're gonna get a change in the game, either new skill sets, new concepts, new team skills. So we are just on the new level, getting 20%. So expect within 3 months or 4 months, we're gonna get 22 or 23% in Super Solidarity, or even one nationality. And slowly we're gonna reach up to 25%, maybe next year. So I just love the new bond and the new team sets. You can even build like a European non-Japanese club players with normal Japanese players. I've built my own team for now is non-Japanese club players with a little bit of Japanese club players just to get their bonds. So it's actually very fun to play with. So kudos to Kayla for these new team skills and bonds. I like them a lot. Let's hope for a good anniversary and good luck with you guys for the pulling, and see you guys later. Here's Weiss, over and out.